Hey everybody, this is Paul with SimpleDim, and today we're going to talk about some updates to the program that have come out, that have released recently, and I think you'll find pretty interesting. The first of which you'll see here. We'll talk about regional settings, some enhanced formatting options and unit toggles, and more formatting options, and then how to get those updates. All right, the first thing here, regional settings. One of our customers in Switzerland pointed out that we didn't do great formatting to pick up the change in the ruler for regional settings in Europe. The US settings are in imperial units and inches, and he said, what the heck? Why aren't you adjusting properly for metric and centimeters on the ruler? So what we've done is we've gone ahead and made that change, and if you go and you change your regional settings to, just for the sake of showing it, Switzerland, now what you'll see when you go to set a scale is that you can, the current scale is 1 slide inch is 1.0 inches, but you can now enter against slide centimeters. So you can say 1 centimeter is, say, 10 meters, just for an example here. And then if I draw a rectangle and I say 100 meters by 50 meters, that should give me a 10 by 5 centimeter rectangle, and there we go. So that's approximately correctly scaled, and so now your regional settings can properly reflect or be properly reflected in your presentation. We'll go ahead and switch it back just for the rest of the demo here. One other thing that we've done is really enhance the formatting and the unit toggling. So if we go over here and we create, for example, a linear dimension, why don't we update our scale just for kicks? We'll say 1 inch is 5 feet. We have our linear dimension over here. We open up our settings, and we want our linear units to be, say, yards. So there's yards. We can open up our precision, and it instantly updates. We've also added text size. So text size here, we'll go ahead and make it larger or smaller depending on your preference. And these changes are independent slide by slide. So you can come over here, and you notice we have different units. We can have a precision of 1 here. We can have our linear units be centimeters. And that stays different than our units on the other side. So you can do that a couple different ways. We find our shape here, find our area. We're in meters squared. We can change that to yards squared. I know I'm mixing imperial and metric. That's okay for the demo. And if I come over here and drop another shape in and find some area, now I'm in feet squared. I could just as easily go ahead and go to yards squared or even acres. Not very many acres, that's okay. But the precision adjusts on the slide. It's different from slide to slide, and it's very easy to toggle your fonts and some of this other formatting on a slide-by-slide basis. We've added a few other formatting options. These are at a presentation level right now, unless somebody comes and tells us you need it slide by slide. But you can adjust your dimension box color defaults. So instead of your default gray right here, we could do something like something different color. And then if I generate another linear dimension, I get a different text box background. So it's a hideous red right here, but you can make it any color you like. For example, if you wanted to check out, if you really like a different blue and you wanted to put that blue in your hex code, you could certainly do that. And then generate another linear dimension, and you'll notice your text box changes. Pretty neat. You can also change your linear dimension lines. So if we do that, now we generate solid lines, and then your line color as well. So if we wanted to, just for a demo, we'll go ahead and make this all the same. And now what you can see is you can change the formatting of your linear dimensions and the text boxes throughout the presentation. We've also added a font face change. So if you set that, that will change your future dimension text boxes as well. A little bit hard to tell, but you can see those are 2 different fonts as you go forward. Again, if you, the user, come back and say you need those on a per slide basis, send us a note and I'll work on it and see what we can do for you. And last, so these updates offer a lot of flexibility in your formatting, and then also on a slide-by-slide basis, putting the dimensions into the units you need when you need them. And so if you want to get that update, what we can do is go to SimpleDim.com, and we'll just add that in here for ease of use. SimpleDim.com, and download the trial. And the direct link is shown here, simpledim.onfastspring.com/simpledim-free trial. Put your email in, go ahead, get yourself a free download 30-day trial of SimpleDim, and give it a shot yourself. I think you'll be very happy with what you find. All right, thanks a lot.